if you have a saturated blue and you put a foreground character to that, you can replace anything that's on that saturated blue with another picture. It's not new technology now, of course. It's been growing almost into common use by people who use Photoshop or anything else like that. But in the 1980s, it was only really being done to any great effect in Hollywood. And in television, people were very shy of it because it led to all kinds of problems and disciplines, and also to very, very slow production. And our problem was that we were trying to do an adventure game, dramatized adventure game, almost on the fly, because unless it was almost on the fly, we couldn't introduce children into that environment. We couldn't introduce games players in, because games players want to play games. They don't want to take part in lots of pre-recorded elements and features, etc. So we went for blue rather than green. And then we had a stroke of luck, because we'd come across a device that had been produced by a guy in California for the film industry called Ultimat. And the big advantage with Ultimat is that it allowed clippings and adjustments on the fly, live and in real time. And instead of just reading one shade of saturated blue, it could read more than one shade. Why was that significant? Because for the first time ever, we were able to cast shadows in real time of people walking into dungeon scenes that were actually just illustrated drawings. And that's what made Knightmare completely different from anything else that was being tried outside the realms of pure drama and film. And when you look at a Knightmare scene, you don't necessarily even spot the fact that you're looking, that the character or the youngster walking through the dungeon is casting a shadow, but your brain does. And it anchors that, it makes it look like a whole scene, and it doesn't look like a superimposed scene, which the rest of your brain tells you it must be. Right? So what we had then was a very, very, very powerful way of delivering a composite scene.